Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Mondays 9 at 9. If you are a CEO, a founder, a C-suite executive, you are welcome to be here. Join me every Monday morning at 9 a.m. for 9 minutes of motivation, business tips, and things that will help you overcome the obstacles that are in your way so that you can get on your way to building and living the life you love as a leader in the workplace today. So today we're going to talk about going deeper into the elements of leadership. As we all know, leadership is saturated. It's talked about all over the place. Yet, unfortunately, I want to read you some stats. 78% of CEOs and 73% of directors say that culture is a priority that is trying to be addressed in their organization. But 12% of all leaders are saying that their company is not even addressing it at all. And Business Insider has said that 52% of CEOs say that their workforce culture is toxic. This is coming from the CEOs, not the employees, saying that the workforce culture is toxic, which is a 10% increase up from 2023. This is just mind-boggling to me because we've never had more access to information about leadership. Leaders have never had more access to coaching or to investing in themselves and to improving their role and skill set as a leader. Yet the workplace still continues to deteriorate. So why is that? What's happening there? So I wanted to talk about that a little bit. But the cool stat that I came across when I was doing research for today is that companies are 2.4 times more likely to achieve their performance targets if it has an inside focus on developing leaders during transformation and difficult situations. Anybody going through AI, digital transformation, right? So this is a hot topic that needs to be addressed. We need to be talking about this because what may be the perception of true leadership may not be resonating with how the culture is, how employees are approaching what they believe to be true about the place in which they work, which is your company, guys, right? So I want to talk about this. So we're going to talk about three things today: how the leadership impacts the individual, how it impacts the team, and how it impacts the organization. So I want you to think about a tree, and I want you to think about having all the branches and all the leaves that you can see. And then I want you to think about all the growth of that tree that's happening underneath the ground, the roots. So when we think about what's going on with an individual and the leader, we think about a leader's career experience and their capabilities, what's their skill set, their hard skills to be able to do the job that's really prepared them for determining their success in their role as a leader, right? But if we go deeper, we're really needing to look at what are the attributes such as agility, work ethics, true motivations, personal style that will speak to a person's character or their capacity, where they can be more predictable as a leader, which is setting up a better environment for success because employees are having a more consistent outcome. Think about it from a team perspective. It's the team's composition, right? It's the formal agendas, it's the well-defined areas of responsibility. Everybody kind of knows what they're doing, right? But think about going deeper with the team. What are those relationships like? What is the trust? What does the rapport look like? What are the healthy team engagements? What are the dynamics of the team? And how are you equipping that team as a leader to be adaptable, to be agile, to be able to be successful over time, not successful as a one-off? And then let's think about this from the organizational standpoint. So we've got the strategy, structure that are the more visible roots of this, more visible pieces of this, right? Those are the major focus for the leaders, right? Especially for those of you who have boards. What are the strategies? What are we doing? What does the numbers look like? But if you go deeper, it's really sharing more so about the organization's purpose, the values, the culture. Those are the things that are increasingly important for inspiring and energizing the organizations. For example, boards, a lot of board of directors, a lot of them right now are thinking about all of the environmental impacts right now, right? All the ESG issues right now. But a lot of the CEOs, those numbers don't align with them. Those priorities don't align because the CEOs are thinking it's really the culture, it's really the internal environment that I have to fix and change. So the board and the CEOs aren't even meshing together, right? So what are some things that you guys can do as leaders to really not just go through the visible everyday things that we see as leaders that are needed, that are that move the needle, but actually can change the outcome? Just tell you what those are. Number one, I want you to be conscious. I want you to be conscious and notice how you are showing up as leader. Notice how you are showing up to present yourself. How does your presence affect the room? How does your presence affect others? I want you to think about how you are actively listening to your team. Are you actively listening to your team? And how willing are you to adjust your behavior to respond to the cues that will allow you as the CEO, as the C-suite executive, to truly foster purpose, values, and culture just in how you communicate with your team? Then number two, I want you to get on the same page. I want you to get on the same page where you are working with others, not just you, working with others to build a united perspective that's going to create an environment where you can challenge your assumptions in a safe space. You can shift mindset. You can change your beliefs about something that will transform the way you and your team actually approach the challenges that you guys are facing. Number three, be present. Give your full attention and commitment to the room that you are in. How many of you are guilty? And if you don't say you, I'm going to call you a liar. How many of you show up to the appointment, but you're already thinking about the next place you've got to be, right? Be present and give all of your attention to the room and the moment that you are in and the people that you are with. I want you to create that environment that's going to allow others to realize, see, and truly understand your company's purpose, recognize the existing and potential limitations of what you guys are trying to accomplish, and allow them to create solutions that are going to work to achieve everyone's highest potential, not just your company's bottom line. And then number four, I want you to connect with the values that are going to give you the energy and your team the energy and your organization the energy to navigate through the changes that are necessary in the coming months for you and your company, and that are going to improve the landscape, and that are going to absolutely allow you to overhaul the trajectory of your business so that you are here for another 5, 10, 15, 20 years, and not just here, but you're relevant and you are the elite in your industry. All right, my friend, that is 9 minutes at 9 a.m. Have a fabulous week. We'll see you next Monday.